Thursday, another busy day for your boy. Another let's leave work, come home, change clothes, and get ready for work again. That's where your boy head is at right now. That's what's going on. Otherwise than that, everything else is all right. It's your main more. It's raining. Thank God I got through that traffic and across the bridge before it got crazy. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay. Want to make sure you can hear me. Make sure the volume is up, kind of thing. And it's been one hell of a day. I'm learning a lot. I'm loving a lot. And we good this day. Right now, I see everybody. They all up. You got Christy Nome got kicked to the curb. Jasmine Crockett lost her primary. Everybody talking crap about her too. So the news has been kicking off with chicks getting fired. That's your daily dose for today. Other than that, uh, your boy is here in the atmosphere, ready to go to work, make the donuts, make this money, get this bread moving. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing is gonna stop. It's gonna be what it is, you know. But usually it's uh things that's outside of your control. Don't worry about it. I mean, I do that in my own life. I don't worry about stuff that I can't control. All I can control is the stuff that I got to do today. So my evening is going to be booked solid today. So I get to go to work, and after I go to work, I can go ahead and I'm gonna take this car, drive over to Clearwater, drop it off, pick up my other car, drive myself back. Then I can get some sleep. Well, come home, get a shower, and get some sleep, and be ready to rock and roll Friday morning. Now I got to get the brakes done for this car. I already had the brakes. I had bought the brakes in December. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna put these to the side until once I get another job and this extra money start coming in, I'll go get the brakes done because the brakes didn't need to be done at the moment. So I get the brakes and then I get the job. Now I'm working the job and everything else, and I increase my hours at Hungry Howie's. So now by increasing my hours with Hungry Howie's, which I did last week and this week as well, this check gonna be fat today, and the next check is gonna be fat next week. So that'll be the check to pay for to have the rotors and the pads put on. So now once that's done, then next Thursday, now we're gonna go look at the spreadsheet and we're gonna go to the breakdowns and look at this is my expenses and this is the money that I make. Now, easy things that I can control and not have to think about paying constantly. My cell phone bill. My cell phone bill is probably like $87 a month. I'm double paying that cell phone bill, or at least three times paying it, so I can have put myself a month ahead. So once I put myself a month ahead for my cell phone, still pay it regularly and always keep that 1 month. So in other words, by the time I get to the end of the year, if I pay my cell phone bill in November, I ain't got to worry about it paying in December, and more than likely a partial bill in January. So because it was a thought that I had because somebody was in the comments. I had got a new comment on one of my old shorts, and they were saying, "Well, Why put the money on the bill if you got the extra money? Just hold on and save it. No, you want to pay the bill and get it off your plate where you don't feel all that pressure coming on you. Happen to have to pay it every month. Like I said, it's $87 a month. I should have paid 3 or 4 times. All right, what's going on, Albert? Hi, Jessica. What's going on, peeps? So, thank you for coming to the live. I appreciate it. Hit the like button if you can. Of course, the engagement will help. I know you said hi, Albert. That's what I said. Hi, Albert. Don't hold my feet to the fire just yet. I did say hi. But no, seriously, thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. If everybody hit the like button, that'd be cool. That'll help the engagement. Because, like I said, I want to do this every day in between jobs. And we do a ride along as you go with me to work. Now, back to the comment that I was talking about paying the bills. Now, if my cell phone bill is $87 a month, I should be I should easily pay three. What's my favorite game as far as what? Well, I got every game system. So which game are you talking about for like? Well, I got MAME on my computer. Uh, the Streets of Rage is on my PS4, and then I have the Street Fighter on my PS5. So I download my games. I'm kind of getting out of that physical media because to me that's more stuff to pack up when you're trying to move. Oh no, that's 6 7. You know, I appreciate the likes, but yes, that's 6 7. But so my thing was no, but it's 87, not 67. I wish my cell phone bill was 67, but it's 87, and it's easy to overpay that bill. Well, cool. I'm glad you can hold it. Hold on, let me make sure I got my wallet and stuff. Okay, I had to do the physical check. I got I keep money on me. That's for to pay for intangible stuff, so I don't have to use none of my debit cards for cash. I mean, use my debit cards for something that I don't need. If I got the cash for it from having tips and everything all week, I use that money to buy like all right, bye Albert. I would use that money to pay for gas and stuff like that. Now, next week is gonna be something completely different. Cause now, like with my account, and then I got an Acorns account where I can get the roundups to go into my savings or my interest earning savings account, which is genius because that'll put money in my account, of course, as I spend it and everything else. But usually, a lot of times I keep cash on me just in case if I have to change a 50. I can't break 100. I can change a 50 on the delivery. They ain't gonna let me break no 100. That's carrying too much money and that's a risk. Nobody wants me to be in risk and put myself in danger. Because I am out there when it gets nighttime. And some of these people houses you can't see, so you got to get a big ass dome light like this to see some of these addresses that's out here on some of these houses. It's ridiculous that the shit that you have to go through for that. But yeah, next week is gonna be even busier. And so what I want to plan for is when I get the spreadsheet is almost done. I'll do some more work on it. What the? Oh, that's a magnet. Okay, I know what that is. I will do more work uh, on the spreadsheet. Put up all my debts, uh, all the utilities and the rent, the monthly expenses, basically. And then I'm gonna have a section for the jobs, job one, job two, and job three, and then the weekly totals for those three, because all three pay every week. So those I can show you how you should take each check to pay off what, and then the stuff that's left for you, what bills that you can afford to overpay, where you won't have a bill the next following month or the month after that. You can control that. So if I can control that, it's easy for me to keep money in my pocket, because if I'm bringing more money in and less money is going out, that's how you're going to create a savings. A lot of people will look at, oh, you work a day job, afternoon job, and the weekend job. That's too much work. And I be like, how else you gonna get out of debt? You ain't gonna get out of debt with one job. I can tell you that right now. You'll never do that. You're gonna need multiple streams of income. You know, I know a lot of people are getting into the streaming and the content game and everything else. I get that. Everything I'm doing, you can do it for free. I don't have to charge you anything, because get a budget spreadsheet is the easiest thing. You can go on Excel on your computer. Excel should come with your computer if you buy a home computer. And you can just go to a budget template. Excel got tons of templates. My template is an Excel, and it comes from the Excel, the basic template. And then I just put my own spin on it. Now, getting it to show on the screen and you can see everything, well, we'll work on that. And I'm working on that, you know, because right now I want to try to do it with one screen on my laptop, since that's the fastest I got, because I got a MacBook Pro and then I have a Microsoft Surface. Either one of those two laptops is great. My desktop computer, for some reason, if I put on OBS and YouTube and start the stream and sharing screens, my shit gets slow. So that means I need to add stuff to my computer. So I'm definitely gonna get into that on my desktop, because the one day that I'll have off next week, which is Thursday, I want to be able to sit with you guys and I'm gonna show you this is what I can do, and this is how you can take your money, take care of your expenses, and start creating a savings budget where either if it's putting a certain amount every check, it's a slow burn. But I'm telling you, it adds up quickly. Oh no, not yet. I got in the car before it started pouring, and I'm about to get ready to start driving to work. It's almost 5:30, 5:28. Five. Well, I can start at the car, get it warmed up. That's the least I can do. And actually, yeah, I'm gonna put on some AC. All right. Yeah. What's that? Oh, a person. Yeah, yeah. It started raining when I was coming to the car, so I jumped in and just went live. Because I want to do this live every day, going to work, which is dope. Because I think I get a lot of good insight. Because I see a lot of the comments and stuff. It's just the waiting. Uh, oh God, it's pouring. Yeah, see where I'm going to work, Hungry Howie's. Yep. Yep. Hungry Howie's. About to go deliver some pizzas. You know how I go. That's that ripping and running earning type thing. Yeah, I know. Some people swear by it, they love it. My Hungry Howies don't have a delivery zone. So my Hungry Howies pays uh $3.25 for every delivery on top of your tips, and then you get a gasoline allowance at the end of the night. So the gasoline allowance. No, 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 no. No, I'm from Michigan, but I'm not there yet. No, I probably won't go to Michigan until probably later this month, or I will go up there in April and go visit my brother. And because he has MS and he's in a care facility, go visit my oldest brother and me and my wife will go see him, and then we'll visit him for about a couple of hours. Well, not a couple, like about 12, 13 hours, and we fly back home. You getting paid, my boy? Oh, you from Grand Rapids? Nice. I've been to Grand Rapids. My daughter went to not she went to Ferris. My daughter went to Ferris State. I had to fly into Grand Rapids to go to her graduation. Oh, you was born in Muskegon? Been there too. Uh, a lot of times, I used to work for this one company coming from Detroit, and my route was out in Ann Arbor, and I used to have like a couple of stops in Muskegon. So, no, that's Ypsilanti. My bad. Muskegon is further out. My bad. I'm thinking about the wrong city. Yeah. Well, you gotta have that brotherly love because when I go home, hey, I've been in Detroit my whole life until I turned 30, and then I moved to Florida in '03, and I've been in Florida ever since. You know, my brothers and my sisters always ask me when I'm moving back home. I'm like, never. You know, I saw one of my classmates. It popped up on Facebook on my high school alma mater. Well, my high school don't exist anymore. Mackenzie High School. They tore that shit down when they consolidated the schools uh, in the early 2000s. Uh, yeah, a high school mate. It popped up in the feed for the alumni, and he had passed away. and that and that fucked me up because I'm thinking that was such a good dude. He didn't bother nobody. He was cool, charismatic. Of course, women liked him and everything because he had the brush waves, 360, all of that. He gone. He gone. And I'm like, I work a lot, but I also take care of myself because I ain't ready to be gone yet. You know, me and my wife will be married 11 years here in America on March 26th. My wife's from Ecuador, and I married her in Ecuador in 2013, June 6th. So yeah, I married her twice. Because the immigration in the United States, of course, they had to do their thing. We need your channel to blow up, and you need yes, I do need my channel, but that's what I'm saying. I have to do this part consistently. Which one? Oh, June 6th, your birthday. That's what's up. No, that's what's up. You'll see me celebrating what we call my Ecuadorian anniversary because that's when I married my wife in Ecuador on June 6th of 2013. And then when she came here to America in 2015, I had to marry her again to get her to keep her to stay. So I'm like, how do I marry her, give all my documents to immigration and USCIS and Homeland Security, and you're telling me if this is going to be considered a bona fide wedding, a marriage, I have to marry again? I married her already. So yeah, I had to marry her again, and I married her in March. Oh, it is. Immigration ain't no joke. I think all around cost as far as with the the immigration lawyer, the documents you gotta pay for, and the consulate stuff you had to pay for, and certain like your criminal report and all. I spent over 21,000 getting my wife here. Oh, this is one of my cars. This is a Nissan Maxima 2014. Mhm. And then I have an Audi that I'm gonna pick up tonight. I'm gonna pick my Audi up tonight. My Audi is a 2008 Audi A3. It's a sportback. Uh, so I'm gonna go pick that up tonight. Drop this car off and pick up the other car from the shop and drive myself home. That's tonight, because I don't get off until 10 o'clock. And then I got my Nissan Leaf that need a new battery. If you go to my channel, I did a video that I bought a 2011 Nissan Leaf for 1,800, and it needs a new battery. So, I'm gonna be working in saving to get that battery. I'm gonna open up a SoFi account. I'm gonna put like probably about 25% of my pays from all my jobs collectively and put it in that SoFi account, because SoFi has the highest interest earning accounts in the country. I think they're giving like 4.75, which is a lot, in the grand scheme of things, especially if I'm putting money in it every week, not every month, every week. So, it's a lot. All right, it's 5:36. Let's start rolling. Let's get up out of this joint. Uh, yeah. But yeah, I need my channel to blow up too. You so right. Cause oh yeah. Cause all three of my jobs pay every week. It's great money. Yeah. Cause what up? So yeah, I had to get the big time corporate job, and the big time corporate job. What's up, nephew? Um, I had to get that high paying job first, because that's gonna set the tone. Yes, weekly is great because I can get so much stuff done. I hate where all the jobs, if I'd had three jobs and all three paid every 2 weeks, so that means two of them will pay in the same week, and then one will pay in the opposite week, which is cool because that's still getting paid every week. I can still make that work, but ain't nothing like getting paid every freaking week, every time you work. That's why I try not to miss no days, and I don't miss any days. you know, Usually I try to do all my stuff uh, on my off day. Oh, I don't? I didn't think I did. I thought I already had all that stuff open. I ain't trying to uh, uh, not know where I'm at. I'm in Tampa, Florida. I mean, you can't hide that. You know, I'm born and raised in Detroit, moved here in Tampa, Florida in '03, and I've been here for 23 years. Well, yeah, yeah, 23 years on the 3rd of July, because I moved here 4th of July weekend, and I moved in my apartment on the 3rd of July. And back then, my rent, I had a 1 bedroom apartment. My rent was $535 a month. Hell, I wish I could find a place that's $535 a month. And then when I got a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, my rent was uh, uh I think my rent was 625. So it wasn't expensive at all. Yeah, I miss them days, because it was really affordable to live here. And I made my bones working for the toll roads down here. And I met a lot of cool people over the years working the toll road and then working regular accounting, which I still do accounting now, but I was doing like back then it was manual accounting. You got your invoices in the mail, you had your mail opener, you cut them open, you cut open the envelopes, and you unfold the paper and you start typing away. I mean, and then you had to file it in a folder and to put it in the file cabinet. Them was the old school days. 13? Shit. Woo! Damn. Well, over here on this side of town, I've been seeing one bedroom 16, 1700. I'm like, God damn. Like, some of the rent here has gone crazy. The thing is, uh, with the rents, if you look hard enough, you'll find them old school apartments or apartment complex that's not well advertised. Like everybody's been living there 8, 9 years, 10 years, 12 years, and the rent not expensive. But you see that the landlord keep the property up. Those are very rare to find. If you find them, I'm telling you, those are so worth it. Now, like my apartment, whereas me, my wife, and my younger brother, I have a 2 bed, 2 bath, and I'm paying 2206 because we live directly next to the airport. Which my apartment complex is for people who travel. I don't do business travel. I work. I don't do the business travel. I work locally. Whoa, these people doing some wild ass shit. But that's what happened when it rains in Florida. Yeah, my rent when me and my wife moved in our apartment in 2019, my rent was 1380 for 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Once after COVID hit in 21 and 22, my rent went up $411 one year and $398 the year after that. And then once everything calmed down, well, I appreciate you that you got me. Oh, okay. Oh, you got me. No, I'm still here. Oh, I'm just taking my sweet time driving through traffic to get to work. It's nothing bad. I think it's pretty dope. That I can do these live streams and interact with people, and I try not to read the comments, but sometimes I always look down and I look and I see the comment and I can just see it. I'm like, all right, cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate the thumbs up everybody giving. I think this is my third day in a row. I think third or the fourth day in a row I've been doing this. So they're on my page. Feel free to go to Accounting Time on YouTube and go look at my live streams that I did. All of them started. I started really doing the videos. I think one of my earpieces is dying, of course. Uh, like in late December, a friend of mine was like, "Dude, you should do YouTube and talk about budgeting and saving money." And true, I could, you know, but I ain't gonna do nothing like how like Caleb Hammer is doing, you know, telling people you screwing up and everything else. No, everybody's situation is different. you know, you never know what's going on in somebody's life. So I usually will. let someone know. I'm be like, hey, you got all these goddamn pets. You can't afford all these pets. If you got pets, and I'm talking about you got 4 or 5 cats, 3 dogs, and shit like that, man. That's where your money is going. Is taking care of the animals because that's an expense as a child. You gotta buy food, you gotta have pet insurance, and then the vet visits are not cheap. Even if you're not going for doing dental and stuff, the vet gonna tell you you're gonna need to do dental work on the dog or your cat. And of course, if you got cats, and the dog, you got the cats, and then you always gotta make sure your cat ain't getting these ulcers and stuff, and making sure the claws ain't so fucking up your furniture and everything else. I mean, you got to make sure your cat ain't getting no urinary tract diseases. It's all and worms. Worms is for dogs and cats. That's too much upkeep. If you got all these pets, I know where your money is going. And then when you see people losing their apartment, they living in their car with the pets. I'm like, dude, the pets are your biggest expense. You're gonna have to get rid of them. But I know people don't want to. More people in this country love animals than they love people. Trust me on that. you know, and I understand it. I get it. The pet don't lie to you, the pet don't tell you stories, the pet don't sell you the dream. All the pet does is be at the house waiting for you to come home, and when you come home it's just giving you nothing but love. I mean, I get it. But I look at this as survival of the fittest, because that's where it's going to turn out to. uh I think somebody else had some massive layoffs today. I can't remember who it was, but layoffs are every day you look up, another company is laying off. I mean, what you gonna do? you know, I mean, what you gonna do when you know you can't pay bills and stuff because you got all these goddamn pets and you don't want to let them go? I mean, what you gonna do? you know, But when the jobs is laying people off left and right, man, you need to get a job and hold on to it. I don't care if it's working at Lowe's, Home Depot, Costco, Ace Hardware, Walmart. I don't care about all of that, you know, because as long as you get to work and they paying you and they willing to give you hours if you willing to work, man, shit, you have to drag my ass up out of there, and that's the honest to God truth. Yeah, it looks like I'm at to get off, exit early to get to work because it is a shit show out here. This traffic is nasty. But yeah, so you know, we don't have any pets, my wife and I damn sure if my brother had a pet, I'd have sent his ass back home. I love my brother, but I'd have sent him home. Don't come here with no damn animals. We are not taking care of animals. you know, because in my complex, they add that shit to your rent, and you pay that monthly. That's not a one-time fee. And then don't let it be no big ass dog. Oh hell. Well, Jesus loves you too. Thank you for coming. I would think he loves all of us in one way or another. Because everybody got flaws. Hell, I got mine. you know, my flaws are, when I'm heavy money driven, I don't want nobody in my way. Like my flaw is I don't need my wife telling me you need to slow down and all this other stuff. No, you're being in my way. you know. Wow. Well, I hope you get well soon. You know, I try not to get sick at times. Especially when it's raining out here, because it rains here in Florida. It'll rain for 30 minutes, stop, go right back into unconditional heat, and then rain again. That's why the humidity be so freaking high. So no, I rather just get the right amount of sleep, eat good. Even though I work at two two fast food joints, eat good, stay away from it because at least at both jobs I can eat something that's healthy, and that's usually what I work on. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. And Ocala has changed a lot. Oh my God. Hell, Ocala's starting to look like Brandon. I was like, damn, what happened to the little country back roads and seeing horses? Hell no, you got apartment complex and condos going up in Ocala. Amazon fulfillment centers and uh, 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 FedEx terminals and shit. Man, Ocala is moving. Yeah, I feel you on that. Ocala used to be fair. I mean, it's nice still, but Ocala used to be, if I went out there, that was clearing your head. That was mentally releasing, because you ain't have to worry about the hustle and bustle. Yeah, yeah. And they done built houses and banks all around that little area where that Amazon is at. They done put all kind of shit up. I was like, damn. I took someone for an Uber ride up there to Ocala, and oh my God, I went up there and I saw. I was like, this is not the same place. This is different, But it bees like that. It's no big deal, you know. Yeah, but a lot of times, what the fuck are they doing? Okay, they turning. There's people doing crazy shit over here. And this lady behind me thinking I'm gonna make a right hand turn, where people from the opposite direction making left hand turns, going in my same direction. Like, no, lady, you have to wait. Like, calm your ass down. you know. But yeah, so when you got companies laying off everywhere, you got to keep money in your back pocket, meaning multiple part time jobs and one full time. I know that seems extreme and it's a lot, but I'm telling you, if you get it set up just right, where you may get 1 or 2 days off, and where you can have time to take care of your stuff, I'm telling you, the money will be rolling like this. Every time you look up, you got a check in your account. You'll be like, damn, I forgot I got paid because you're too busy working and you're trying to get some shit done. And then plus, as men, we got goals. So my goal is to make sure, you know, provide for the family. We have groceries and make sure, the rent is paid, the light bill is paid. Well, the cable and the internet, I don't have to worry about that. That's already spidered into my rent. I don't have to pay those bills. They're paid from my rent. But yeah, it get wild. know, it gets real wild out here. And you gotta be on your A game. This goofy fuck gonna squeeze through. Thank God I'm almost at the driveway at my job. I'm almost there. Holy smokes. Mhm. Yeah, it's critical out here. But I don't. My part-time jobs are not too far from home, so that's a good thing. Mhm. So, that's what I like the most. Mhm. But yeah, up there go the boss. The boss out there walking the grounds. So I made the word. Thank you guys for riding with your boy. You know, subscribe, give me a like, go through my shorts, see what I'm talking about. Give me a chance. I'm telling you, I give you this heat. You know, you would think about things. I will. Thank you so much. I'll have a great day. Y'all be good. Y'all be easy. Be safe out there. Be aware of your surroundings. And as all we say is get your money and bounce. That's from my man Buddha. I'll talk to y'all later.